The European Union election follow-up mission is warning that the delay in the reconstitution of independent electoral and boundaries commission risks compromising the overall preparation of the 2027 general election. The group says that with less than 3 years to the ballot, Kenya is yet to reform the electoral process as per the recommendations of the European Union election observers.
While discussions on electoral reforms in the country may have commenced among various authorities, including the National Dialogue Committee, processing of bills, and the establishment of the IEBC selection panel, the general implementation of electoral reforms in preparation for a transparent and inclusive 2027 elections is slow.
My strong feeling is that understanding of recommendations on Kenyan side is very strong. However, the reality is that after 2.5 years, still we cannot report tangible progress.
EU election follow-up mission, which has been in the country since the 2nd of February to assess the electoral reforms process and the implementation status of recommendations it offered after the 2022 general election, says the pace is worrying.
How fast those recommendations will be implemented, because the next elections are just in 2.5 years, and recommendations that require a legal reform, they need more time. And recommendations that require administrative actions, they do not need much time, but they need the Electoral Commission in place.
The mission offered 21 recommendations, 7 termed priority, and include providing sufficient funds to IEBC for continuous voter education, improvements in electoral technology through audits and consultations, operationalization of the Election Campaign Financing Act to regulate campaign expenditures, detailing legal definition of hate speech, removing Section 22 and 23 of Computer Misuse and Cybercrime Act, procedures for managing staff and flow of information at Starling Center for consistency and efficiency.
I can point to the issue of hate speech. The NCIC has proposed a bill to the Parliament. It's been laid, I believe, before the National Assembly for consideration, and that includes a provision to revise the definition of hate speech in law. So that's a very encouraging sign in relation to that particular matter.
While condoling with Kenyans on the death of the former IEBC boss Wafula Chebukati, the mission regretted that the appointment of the chairperson and a commission, which was one of the priorities, has not been achieved yet. The country is halfway through the electoral cycle.
Because many other processes depend on IEBC, on chairmanship, and also, as we discussed with many interlocutors, almost everybody stress out this point that they are ready to cooperate, but still they are pending. That this cooperation is pending because it needs clear leadership.
While urging the government to expedite the electoral reforms ahead of the 2027 general elections, the mission stressed the need to build trust in IEBC work and strengthen its independence. Kamchemenza for Easy Friday.